I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all probably saw the title of this video and are like, Jerem, it's the freaking My Hero fandom. Of course they're gonna overreact and blow everything out of proportion. Okay, I'm just being a petty little bitch because I'm sure most people are normal enjoyers slash fans that just really enjoy the property and show. But oh my god, if you know the reputation of the My Hero fandom, they're not exactly a quiet majority. But anyway, no, I'm just like I said, I'm just being a petty bitch because I had a personal run-in with. Okay, so this was back in like when the second My Hero movie was coming out in theaters. I think it was called Heroes Rising. Me and my siblings, I wasn't as much of a fan as of My Hero as I used to be, but my siblings still were, and you know they wanted to see the movie. You know, me being the cool older brother, I was like, you know what, I'll take him to go see it. You know, fuck it, I'll spend some time with my siblings. You know, treat them. Yeah, like when we got there, I did not know what I was walking into because holy shit, I was expecting this to be, you know, like the other experience I've had before with other movies and stuff, especially anime movies. Like when I went to go see Dragon Ball Super Broly, or when I went to go see the Demon Slayer Mugen Train, whatever the fuck, when I went to go see the Konosuba movie. Hell, even when I went to see the fucking Spy Family movie recently, like it was all decent experiences. People like were enjoying the movie, laughing, having a good time, were like just geeking out. But no, when that My Hero movie was playing, pretty much whenever shit wasn't hitting the fan, you know, when it was just the downtime with the characters and stuff, just them being themselves and all that shit, this one fucking bitch 2 rows behind us would not shut the fuck up. Oh my god, everything Deku did was that's so dumb. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Either I had like, even my siblings were getting annoyed, but either we had like the most amazing patience, or we just didn't care anymore after she finally shut the fuck up, you know, when the action finally started. But anyway, even then she was still fucking like one of those people, like, you know, those annoying ass people in movie theaters that are like, when shit's happening on screen, they're like, oh no, what, don't do that. Like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. This literally almost ruined my willingness to go to movie theaters to see anime movies in theaters. I'm fucking going. Jesus Christ, I'm stuttering. I'm so pissed off right now just thinking about it. But anyway, even when okay, totally different anime series, but like even when my sister, I mean, I like Spy Family too, but she's an even bigger fan. She wanted to see the movie, and White Coat, I think is what it was called. I didn't really care, you know, I could have waited till they came out on streaming or some shit, but anyway, she wanted to see it, so I decided to take her. But I was, like I said, because of my experience with that fucking Heroes Rising movie, I was still really reluctant. Well, luckily it was still a good time, you know, like it was a good movie. It was a nice, sweet movie. I liked it, I enjoyed it, and the crowd in the theater, you know, were actually decent folk. Oh man, that definitely like. Oh, and then okay, I just gotta say one last thing about that fucking My Hero movie, because I don't know, I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater. Like I said, I can't go back and watch it because then it takes me to Vietnam flashbacks of that bitch not shutting the fuck up. And then on top of that, there's this one character. I know y'all are talking. I know who y'all know. If y'all have seen the movie, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
He had the stupidest, lamest superpower ever with the fucking stupid, shitty pink bird. I want to grab that thing and just throw it on the ground and squash it. Fuck that thing. Stupid ass power. Really? That's his quirk? What a shitty ass quirk. Not being able to hide your emotions because this little fucking pecker on your shoulder keeps snitching you out. Wow, some fucking superpower. Okay, back to the topic at hand. The My Hero ending. What did I think? Okay, wait. Okay, almost forgot. Big spoilers, big fucking spoilers. This is a manga reader club only, or people who just don't give a shit about spoilers. So if you're an anime only watching bitch, I'm talking to you, Max. Fucking click off the video if you don't want to be spoiled. But anyway, so the ending. The big bad gets dealt with. Shigaraki is dealt with. Deku loses his powers. Fucks off from his friends for 8 years. They come back, give him a suit. Bada bing, bada boom. Happy ending. Okay, like that was pretty shitty summarization, but let's break it down. Okay, so admittedly, I kind of lost track a bit of the war arc, the last war arc or whatever, because like it was going on for so long. I was like, dude, what is this? Is this the Naruto Great War arc? Like, is this gonna take up like a fucking like? Is this gonna take up half of the fucking manga? Like, what's going on? And like I said, admittedly, this is kind of my fault as well. Like when I go on those breaks to let the chapters build up, I kind of have to like catch up to like, oh wait, what the fuck happened again? So my memory's a little fuzzy on how certain things worked in the show, but like if I get anything wrong, please make sure to let me know down below. But well, the point is, he had to give up all his powers. He had to give up one for all, give it to Shigaraki, and that would somehow like not only put a stop to him, but also like fully erase one for all. Like finally, because oh my god, this dude! I swear to God, one for all. I swear to God, this dude died like 5 times already during that last arc. Like dude, like Jesus. He gets defeated once. I forgot exactly how it happened. He comes back as a younger version of himself. Then he keeps fucking like getting younger and younger. Then Bakugo blows him up, and then fucking he's still alive somehow in Shigaraki's mind and all that shit. I'm like, dude, when is this motherfucker gonna die? Like, I thought Shigaraki was gonna be like, once fucking All for One became a fucking fetus and Bakugo blew his ass away. Like, I thought like, okay, that was it. The final threat is Shigaraki, but no, this motherfucker kept peeking his head around the corner like, dude, just stay fucking down. I thought he was gonna die. This dude had more one-ups than Mario in a fucking green mushroom field. Anyway, like, but yeah, Deku pretty much had to give up all his powers to put a stop to him. And I don't, admittedly, yeah, I was like, I was expecting him to become like almost like the next All Might, but I think people are missing the point. The whole thing about, you know, being a true hero and shit like that, that's what Deku has always been, even without I'll give Deku that. As much of a crybaby bitch he is, he's always been a true hero to his core. Like, even without powers, you know, he's always tried to help others. And to me, that was just further proof of how much of a hero he really was. I'll give him credit for that. Like I said, his whole dream, his whole life, ever since he was a kid, we were shown this at the beginning of the show, he wanted to be a hero. He wanted to be one of the greats, live up to his idol, all that shit. Yet, when the time came and to stop the big bad guy, he had to. The only way to do it was for him to give up the one thing he loved. Like, that just further showed me how much of a hero he actually was to his core. So, like I said, again, despite him being a sniveling crybaby bitch, I'll give him that. I'll give him credit for that. And then some people had some people had problems with, like, I guess Shigaraki getting humanized or some shit, but I mean, yeah, I guess I can see how it's getting annoying. Villains stop being villains, and everybody's got to have a reason now. You got to sympathize with them. But I didn't have too much of a problem with it because, like I said, Shigaraki was kind of like more of a pawn than anything else. I mean, yeah, he was the main physical threat. You know, he was gonna fucking crumble all of Japan, but like, he was more a pawn than anything in one All for One's. Jesus Christ, I keep getting that mixed up. Even to this 10 years, and I still get that shit mixed up. All for One. He was All for One. Yeah, All for One's pawn. Jesus Christ, pun. The whole entire time, and yeah, that was pretty much like, it was pretty much them. Like, even Deku knew that he was still a villain at the end of the day, but he knew, like, hey, like, you didn't become this because you were always evil. Like, you were manipulated this way. You could have, you know, you still could have chosen to do something different about it, but no, you what led you down this path wasn't entirely your own fault. Like, I understood that part, so I didn't have too much of a problem with, you know, Shigaraki getting a bit humanized, because, you know, the actual dick here is All for One. Like, I didn't have too much of a problem with that. At least they didn't do some bullshit as. I mean, they kind of did a bit of a redemption for Shigaraki, but it wasn't like a full-on redemption, like, oh, like, he's good now all of a sudden. Like, nah, that would have been, yeah, I definitely would have had a problem with that, so I'm glad they didn't do that. So, yeah, after everything was said and done, Deku, I assumed he lost his powers completely, but, like, when everything was wrapping up and all the students were, you know, like, you know, doing their R&R and shit, Uraraka fucks off from, like, the rest of Class A for a bit, crying about Toga, that weird psycho bitch. I have no idea why. I mean, I guess, I don't know. To me, like, she was a fucking, I know she also was kind of discriminated against because of her quirk. People thought she was a freak, and, you know, that got her ousted from society, you know, okay. But she was still always kind of a bit of a psycho. At least that's what I remember. And, yeah, no, fuck that bitch. Any bitch that tries to stab me, like, no, I wouldn't fucking cry for them. But anyway, even if they, well, I guess I almost forgot. I guess Toga did save Uraraka's life. So after Uraraka fucks off for a bit, Deku shows up, and he shows up rather quickly right after her, and he still has that like weird green. He still has that spark around him that shows when he's using his powers like the way they did in season 1 and all that other shit. I'm not sure if that meant like he still had a bit of his powers, just not all the extra quirks, or like he used up like the last of them, or I don't know. It was kind of, I wasn't too sure on that actually. Maybe I should reread it. But even then, like I said, I still wasn't sure. 8 years later, Deku is a teacher at UA, and his friends are off doing hero business because unlike his little broke ass, they actually still have their quirks. Admittedly, this one thing was it kind of annoyed me. Since the beginning of the show, that whole little romantic subplot between Uraraka and Deku was fucking, referenced and kind of built up a bit, and yet there was no payoff at the end of the show. At the end of the story, I'm like, what the fuck? You could have at least shown them together. Okay, Uraraka was the one who had the crush on Deku, but Deku never knew. I guess Deku always found her like cute, but like, I don't know. He never said he was actually like in love with anyone. He was too busy being in love with fucking being a hero. But still, there was a whole subplot dedicated, as minuscule as it was, there was still, a bit of a romance subplot, and yet there was never any payoff, and you just see them at the end, class 1A, like kind of like how they were before, only as adults now. Like nothing's changed, like none of the dynamics has changed. It's like, what the fuck even happened? Have they literally like been like, have these people like not evolved or changed at all? Like, what's going on? Like, if no new relationships developed, have they all been acting like the same since the war arc ended? Like, none of them have gotten even closer because of the life and death situations they went through. Like, yeah, that shit was just kind of weird to me, but not a big deal, because like I said, I'm here for fucking my hero, not for fucking my romance. But try telling that to all the shippers out there that like to ship Deku with literally anybody else besides Uraraka. I find it funny that fucking the author was getting so much shit for like from fans, them wanting to ship characters with certain characters, and especially Deku with like fucking characters that weren't Uraraka.
Hey, look, a cardboard box washed up on the beach. Holy fish paste! It's a guy!
So he was like, you know what? Ah, fuck! I hit my leg. You know what? If y'all don't want Deku to end up with the girl I was fucking hinting at, then he ain't gonna end up with anybody at all. I thought that was pretty funny. But anyway, that's all I really gotta say. That's all the thoughts that have come to my head. If I missed anything, be sure to let me know down below. If you got anything else you want to discuss, be sure to also comment down below. But anyway, this has been Jeremy, and I will catch you all in the next one.